The route to World Championship is a journey straight up from national champs. Without confidence, you're defeated before the heats. You can't take the heat, stop the bitching, and get the fridge out of the kitchen. With faith, we win from we begin. Work out weekdays with a straight up human race team and improve your personal best. Weekends for rest and cross country. For a drug-free, crime-free, corruption-free environment, straight up 9 to midday, Mondays to Fridays, indoors and outdoors, days and most nights, rich or poor, young or old. I'm your host, Robin Jerry Small, straight up.
But if it's required, we'll be on the front lane. You can call me by my name. I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same, how the story's been told. Oh, never, anytime.
Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. I'm Garth White, sitting in for Jerry Small. On this, we hope will be a momentous week because of the games, no? Straight Up, coming live from the studios of Newstalk 93 FM. We're going to begin this morning, sir. I think I'm going to begin this morning with a few observations on Marcus Garvey. Keep the name alive. It has been a week, or if you prefer, Rasta play on words, a strong, when among other things, tribute has been paid to the Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. As almost everyone in Jamaica, Africa, and countries with African-derived populations ought to know, this tribute that is being paid was occasioned by the 128th anniversary of his birth on August 17, 1887 in St. Anne. There is a view, and I believe a correct one, that we are still not paying sufficient respect and attention to this, our first national hero, or to follow through on his philosophy and opinions, which has so influenced the development of peoples of African descent the world over. His ideas and work were the bedrock on which the struggles for the liberation of black people everywhere was firmly based. Garvey is important not only because of his accomplishment, but because much work still needs to be done to fulfill his vision. A really united Africa and the use of self-reliance to attain self-sufficiency and sustained economic development among African-derived populations has still to be realized. He insisted on the need for economic empowerment as well as religious and political freedom. This was one of the reasons why he set up the Black Star Line, to facilitate the trade in goods and services among Africans at home and abroad. With the land reforms that he advocated, which would lead to a tremendous increase in agricultural production, great strides would be made toward real economic and financial empowerment in the African world. He was thinking, though, not only in terms of large enterprises, but also smaller scale production on the part of the farmers that made up the bulk of his supporters in the African world. Listeners who have tuned into this show over the past several days will recall that I have stressed the importance of agriculture as the possible foundation on which economic progress, particularly in the Jamaican case, will depend. In doing this, I am only remaining true to the future which Garvey saw. Thus, It is heartening to hear of the work that his younger son, Dr. Julius Garvey, is pursuing. He has in recent times, I have mentioned it before, but give a little more detail this morning. He has in recent times devoted himself to the development of Caribbean food security in accordance with the principles of self-reliance put forward by his father. To this end, and to mark the anniversary of his father's birth, he has introduced a new variety of breadfruit to the Caribbean. This fast-growing and high-yielding variety was developed by the Global Breadfruit Laboratory based in Florida. At first I was a bit jealous when I heard that at his own expense he had bought and dispatched 400 plants of the new variety to Dominica to assist in their attempts to rebuild their agriculture with these and products like cocoa and others. Remember though, Dominica, listeners, was a major base of support for the El Agave and the UNIA during its early years. That calmed me somewhat, and then I later learned that Dr. Julius had not left out Jamaica. President of the Jamaica Agricultural Society, JAS, Senator Norman Grant, confirmed that Jamaica had already received 500 of the breadfruit plants. According to Senator Grant, he spoke to Dr. Garvey recently about a JAS plan to plant 128 of the trees in a special area of the Denby Showground in commemoration of Marcus Garvey's birth and the Agricultural Society's 120th anniversary. His sending of the plants was in keeping with the furthering of the principle of self-reliance for people of African descent, which was promoted by his father, Dr. Garvey said. The remainder of the plants will be distributed to farmers across Jamaica. The plants are really fast-bearing and will bear fruit in 2 to 3 years as compared to the standard 3 to 5 years. I hope they are like the nice yellow heart breadfruit that we have in JA. Just to show the potential of one of our crops that are somewhat in demand in markets overseas, we can look at the efforts of a couple in Spring Garden, Portland. Cynthia and Trevor Willis, that is Cynthia and Trevor Willis, are diversifying the uses of the breadfruit. Their first move was the packaging of sliced steamed breadfruit, which can be fried or eaten as is after being heated. They started in 2011, but because of the effects of Hurricane Sandy in 2012 and drought over the years, which has been affecting the size of the breadfruits, they have become difficult to slice, challenging the venture. However, this couple never lost focus and got in contact with the Trees That Feed Foundation, an organization that is dedicated to the growing of trees that provide food. This organization has been giving away breadfruit trees all over the world and suggested that the Willises could make breadfruit flour. Since last year, they have been producing the flour. They have been supplying 2 schools in Portland with 30 pounds of breadfruit flour every month. It is used to make cakes and muffins, either other baked items and porridge. One of the Willis's plans is the making of a breadfruit porridge mix so that basic school children can benefit from the nutritional values of the flour. When I check, I never knew breadfruit was so very nutritious. breadfruit, nutritious, as we say, under the quiet. It has, amongst other things, omega-3, omega-6, vitamin C, vitamin A, protein. It is gluten-free and has dietary fiber. It is also good for the immune system and serves in the treatment of diabetes, no less, depending on how prepared. Though the Willises have breadfruit trees on their property, they buy from others, but they want a special plantation so that they can monitor how the fruits are harvested. According to the Willises, the Food and Drug Administration guidelines do not permit the breadfruit to fall to the ground, so they want some land to develop a larger breadfruit farm which they can monitor. I don't know, I wonder if listeners would remember that yesterday I was remarking that part of the service that the government should and probably should provide is extension services to farmers who may not be acquainted with the rules and or regulations or guidelines set up by large importing countries, right? You need the extension services to go around and make people know what are the requirements. You know what I mean? You're a funny one there. Food and Drug Administration, that is the US, constitutes one of the larger markets. They don't want breadfruit to fall to the ground. I'm afraid that maybe, even though it's so thick, I suppose, it can pick up something from the ground. Right? The Willises, though, want some land to develop a larger breadfruit farm which they can monitor. Here the rub now. They have not been successful in acquiring any land. Brother Jerry, if he's listening, must be beside himself with displeasure. You know Jerry's views on the lack of availability of land to the general populace, especially when one considers the whole heap of land lying idle. Mrs. Willis said they have written to the Ministry of Agriculture, the Prime Minister, quoting her now, we have written to everybody that we could possibly write to. And to this day, we have not got any land to start our own plantation. Ending of the quote. They don't really say if they have the money to buy the land. And listeners, you know that no matter how so-called crown lands are lying idle, it may be very difficult, as it is proving, for them to gain access to land. Again, no matter how feasible and full of potential their activities are. Nevertheless, the Willises plan to expand their range of products. Quoting her now, eventually I'm going to expand, but first you have to get this program in place that is generating revenue to build on. So until we get to that stage, we are not going into anything yet. You see how people with ideas can get well up. Aye, sir. My brother, I want you to search for 2 music for me. You know. I want to round up this introductory section with a reading from a story relayed by the AFP, that is a French press agency, on the runnings of the top 100 companies on the London Stock Exchange. Simple way of living and go away. That's by Gaylords. That's what I want round off the thing with while we talk about this AFP release. This is on the runnings of the top 100 companies on the London Stock Exchange. It reinforces the point about the widening gap between rich and poor in the world. Rich getting richer and poor poorer. A point often made by observers all over the world. Here it is. The average pay. We're providing material for those people. Well, most of us know the thing. The proportions may be different since we're dealing. This example is coming from a developed country, a country that once had empire, right? In Britain, the average pay of chief executives in Britain's top companies is 183 times more than that of the typical worker, according to a study published on Monday last. Marcus's birthday, here it's you want the figure again? 183 times more than that of the typical worker. Research among the companies listed on the London Stock Exchange, so-called FTSE 100 index, found that average pay of the so-called bosses of these companies reach 4.96, that's nearly 5 million pounds, which works out at US $7.5 million in 2014. The figure, as I said, is 183 times the earnings of average full-time workers and is up from 160 times in 2010. So what we mean by rich getting richer, 2010 it was 160 times that of the average full-time worker. And at that time it was worth, the 160 times, 4.13 million pounds. You get that? From 160 times as much to 183 times. The study by the High Pay Center think tank found that the 10 highest paid chief executives received more than 156 million pounds between them last year. My head will hurt me to calculate that in Jamaican dollars. The 10 highest in America, 156 million. That means on average them get 15.6 million pounds per year. How much is that in Jamaican? That is billions, you know. Quoting someone here now. Pay packages of this size go far beyond what is sensible or necessary to reward and inspire top executives. This was said by the High Pay Center Director, Deborah Hargreaves. Since 2013, big companies have been obliged to be more transparent about the earnings of their bosses, who generally receive a base salary, bonuses, stock options, and other components. The reforms that are dealing with transparency didn't do nearly enough to start building a pay culture where everybody is rewarded fairly and proportionately for the work that they do. This from Ms. Hargrave. Francis O'Grady, General Secretary of the Trade Union Congress in Britain, said that, quote, inequality is reaching stratospheric levels. After years of falling living standards, it is a disgrace that top execs are taking an even bigger share of the rewards of growth. While the figures clearly are bigger in Britain, the gap between rich and poor is getting wider and wider in almost every country. Why? I think I'd like get a little music now, sir. Because, you know, we're remembering Maurice Roberts of the Gay Lads, you know. Remember BBC and Delano Stewart formed this group that was among the top ones. The select of the select, and we really had some harmony groups in their 60s and 70s. Well, the Gay Lads were one of the prime ones, and Maurice Roberts just recently passed off. I hear that him have a 9-night sometime this weekend. So we can run the Gay Lads, huh? Promote them bosses.
It's just a simple way of living. People, it's just a simple way of living. Now, it's just a simple way of living. And a passion love. A simple way of living. And it's just a simple way of living. People, it's just a simple way of living. And a passion love. Why is everybody just staring at me and smiling? Is it my ragged clothes, or is it the fact that I myself is smiling? Or just a simple way of living? People, it's just a simple way of living. Now, it's just a simple way of living. And a passion love. La 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 la. Why is everybody just staring at me and smiling? Is it my ragged clothes, or is it the fact that I myself is smiling? Or just a simple way of living? People, it's just a simple way of living. Now, it's just a simple way of living. And
You hear the groups, you hear the harmony, and you hear the unusual rhythm. BBC with Maurice Roberts, who recently passed. Alright, we have to go for a commercial break. Soon come them say, no? Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Garth White here, sitting in for Jerry Small, and we're coming live from the studios of News Talk 93 FM. I believe we have a caller on the line right away. Good morning, caller.
Morning, God.
Morning, man.
We like the team where you are all for the week, you know.
I want to ask you something though. How you manage, sir? We can get the line so early. It's Garnet, this is one of the few voices that I recognize. Yes, the agriculture thing and Garvey.
How me do it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we are 20 odd years now, we are doing it.
Yeah, alright. No.
And is not a It's an art.
Yes, I gather that, but use your time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the agriculture. Well, first thing, you know, funny yesterday, I listen BBC, you have a weekly program named Global Business.
Yeah.
And you know what global business was about yesterday?
No, I missed that program.
About the company, some new company have come up now where you see them 15.6 million boss there.
Yeah.
Company no bother with that. The company is run and operated by workers.
Yes, it's that you want. Workers' committees and some of these bodies that decide on how you're going to remunerate or you're going to pay the various sections in your company.
Well, not only that, them do away with, you see the 15.6 million boss them now.
Yes, then that's why them call workers.
People get to find out now, say, these whole heap of top level manager will rake off the whole of the money. Not really necessary. One of the companies is a company in Holland where you have some community nurse. And a man who used to work at one of the big corporate ones. Just walk off from him job one day and decide, say, this is enough for him thing, and he must set up his own thing, run and operated by workers. And it's 9,000 workers in groups of 12 him have now. And them are run the thing.
Yes, it's a that is what more of that we want to see.
Yeah.
Where the real productive people, because that's another funny one, you know, when you call people productive sector, and sometimes when you use that term it refers to these managers, some of whom I will admit we do something, but a large number not really necessary.
No,
they only a cream off.
Look at bank. Man, we sit down up at the top there in the bank. Enough money in that, you know.
Yeah, man. But them say my
them might tell you about what?
Them say my
180 at time where the worker get. Yeah, and the company where them are find out is the company can't, the bank can't do without him. They can't do without the girl where they behind the glass there. So. Yeah.
Yes.
And about the breadfruit thing now. The unavailability of land.
Yeah.
We have to take a different approach to it though. Because some people have land, you know. And it just lay down there, don't.
Yes.
Well, we have to go find ways how to make deals where you put up the land, me come with the breadfruit and station on the land. We process it, and we have a big company, we process the breadfruit into flour. And we have a big company going.
Yes, man. And so it for go, man.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid. Some of the bigger people in the country, you know, them afraid to give the smaller people a blind, you know, because them feel that them going to be made redundant. But yes, alright, Garnet. I know you will call again, right? Yeah, man, 1 hour. We have another caller on the line. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Good morning. Caller gone. Yes, it's really true. We know that some people go and say it's smack of class warfare and so on. But really and truly, what is the justification for any man to be earning in a company 100 odd times more? And then you wonder why sometimes workers' productivity is not at the level that it could be. That is because the people not motivated to really give their best effort when them consider that they have to stretch so much to make ends meet. You know what I mean? While my leader at the top is competing with his peers as to who can change the Learjet most regularly, or who have the helicopter and other things for aid in the transportation. That no fear, sir. We have another caller on the line. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
I am trying to keep as best I can, man.
I want to say you're blessed.
Yeah.
You're okay though. Hello?
Hello, yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear. Go on, man.
I kind of not, you keep on going down, and I'm not getting it. I just hear Garnet just talk a while ago.
Yes.
I listened to Garnet 26 years ago talk about the same breadfruit thing.
How many?
Many of
What?
us talk about it, and it don't reach anywhere.
26 years ago?
Yes, 26 years ago.
Well, see.
I have a very good friend of mine. I listen to him clearly, you know, because he has some very, very good plans.
Yes.
And I don't think anybody sit down and listen to some of the plans them. You don't need to organize nobody for plan things, you know. You have a lot of social clubs here. You have a lot of schools. You have a lot of places.
Yeah, man. And the breadfruit.
Planting. You have a man, you know, call the program. Every program him call, and his journey is, why can't we plant up the place? Because all the trees them that plant and is old now, and people read it. People, old people plant them years ago.
Yes.
And they cut down the tree, and you know, you go up at the hills, you chop the tree for coal. I have a problem with that, because if you chop a tree, plant a tree.
Yes, that should be it.
If you chop a tree,
yes.
plant a tree. Because I go say, you know, boy, not go on for you and them things, but you need to understand it's your country, right? And we talk all these things, and every time it come near to an election, we talk the greatest talk. We talk what we should be doing. We have a Minister of Agriculture here. We have an agriculture ministry here. We have a thing of agriculture here. Yet still we have a lot of young boys, young men, and young women on the road digging out, dig out them and a beg. We turn a place of beggars. And we have a lot of crown land that is fat. That is what you call it now. It is nothing else planted it more than a kayamaka tree.
Yeah, man, it's on bush. Turn bush.
Bush. We not find a way to get some tractor, lick it out, clean it out, and give some of these young people allotted it and give them a allotted lot like you would see it in England.
Yes.
You get 40 acres of land, you get 200 children or young people, 50 woman, 50 side, 50 woman. You say to them, say, okay, we need 10 acre in a tomato, 10 acre in a onion, we need 10 acre in a this, I want to need for plant.
Yes, get cracking back at the work.
Well, I don't care where no one come from, but we now plant the same thing that I want to teeth out that one day. When you come in and you lose a tomato, you know that him take it. So when you come in now to deal with the things now, you find out now we have an inspector or a person who work in the agriculture field come in, work with them on the supermarket, work with them on the importation, whatever it is. So those people who work in the field, them never worry, so them not go get no pay, because somebody is there to fix something for them.
Yes, monitor. All right. Thank you for that. You can call me back, because some other caller.
I call you back. I don't finish, you know.
Yes, I know.
I don't finish.
But that can be spoken on for hours. All right. Thank you. Morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Straight Up.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, man.
Yale Bongo, man.
Yeah, man. Yes, Yale Bongo.
Yeah, man. I civilize that talk to you.
Well, I'm beginning to kind of recognize some of the voices.
Yeah.
You're coming up to the commercial break, so you better start talk.
No, well, at the barefoot, you know, at the barefoot, me here, you talk about. Yeah.
Dr. Garvey, Marcus' son, I do some great work there, so.
But me wonder if them barefoot, they're genetically modified. Understand?
Yes.
That's what it look like to me. You know?
Him didn't say, but it chew it fast, bearing,
yeah,
and high yielding.
In the car.
Yes, normally
genetically modified.
GM, we don't know. You know. We are going to have to contact him and find out about that.
Yeah,
but
man, you have to find out about that.
We
don't want none of them sitting there inside.
No, but he's a person that tends to be organic. I don't know, but you know, to be sure, By organic, we mean is you can genetically modify it. We want to use 40 and them thing there. So I don't know. He's somebody of that bent, but you know.
But what may I say? If it may have those sort of features, it means that it modified.
No, not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
No, you can crossbreed certain things that have qualities that lead to that kind of thing without you going in the gene pool at all. You know? There's that possibility. Alright, thank you though, but you put me on my guard. We have to check him and find out, because we don't want a genetically modified nothing. Alright, going for a commercial break. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Cartwright, as you ought to know by now, sitting in for Jerry for a little while. Bongo Jerry Small. I think we have a caller on the line. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. You're on the air.
Yes, sir. Mr. White.
Yes.
Well, I am calling from out of South Trelawney.
South Trelawney. Let's see if I can remember where that now. That
I have listened to
Troy and what's up and them place there. Troy.
No, what's up here
and what's up
land settlement.
and all sides, yes.
You have waited to the east of us, and you have Alberton to the north, you know?
Yeah, man.
What's up to the west, and
I know the
Credit to the south.
I know the place, man.
Land settlement.
Yes, I say I know the place. Me and Brother Jerry pass through them areas there, yes.
Okay.
Make your point, sir.
No, what I'm saying, sir, I like the good talk and listening to you. Well, I'm impressed by the military and the program, you know? The calmness and the sobriety, you know? How sober you come. Well, listen now. I am not overly impressed by, I like to hear you talk because you learn from each other. But there's an acronym, NATO. NATO, as you know, is the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. But there's another NATO. And this one is no action, talk only. You see?
You think so, that one?
Well, I want to talk now. I, as a layman, I am a doer, and this is what I want to do, sir. And I choose to speak what I want to do to you, although you are here for just a week. Now, we have other export crops in Jamaica, all the other crops that are marketed abroad. You have an association to which it is aligned, like the Banana Growers Association,
yes,
Citrus Growers Association, farmers, coffee, and the rest.
Cocoa, you don't mention yam though. You don't know yam.
The largest of them all, I can tell you without any compromission, is yam.
Yes, it had an association. You have an association?
We are.
You have an, I don't hear you. You have an association?
Yellow yam, there's no association for yam cultivation. The farmers are not organized. The market is not organized.
Yeah.
What I am experiencing here, we are just like in the days of slavery.
You just put out the yam
We are
them.
the fieldmen, are the footmen who are used by the bigger people of this country. Now, I don't want to complain about them. I want to tell you, Mr. White, and your program, and the rest of Jamaica in general, is that we are beginning now to do something about it.
Yes.
What we want to know is the relevant authority where we can apply to for an export license for the crops which we produce, 100% done by us, 100%. No assistance from Agriculture Ministry, none from private sector organization, nothing.
So
and the amount that we produce here, sir, the market in Jamaica cannot consume it all. And that's the reason why they come now to help us out then. And they are going to buy it from us, take it from us, on their term, at their price.
Oh, that is what you...
Knowing what is the official price abroad.
That is a growth, a reasonable growth.
No.
This is rather.
No, what you're saying now, rather is there. Ask the Ministry of Agriculture, so that's why I say you're not your stock or you're doing that deal.
Yes.
This program gives a lot of interesting advice. But I am begging, I am challenging any talk show to call the Ministry of Agriculture and tell you one single thing that rather has to do with yam cultivation in South Sudan.
Or yam marketing. Mm.
The market is an export market, and they are the ones coming in. We hear some name of some men who said the shipping and the export of the product. And we in South Sudan know nothing about them. They have never been here. We haven't got any subsidy for the plant, but it needs to so grow the plant. No loan, no subsidy on fertilizer, which we use the most. No subsidy from farm material, farm tools, neither from government or private sector.
Even yam stick, sir.
And yet, when the few people, the few foot slaves who house niggers, I don't want to insult anybody, who they send down here a second contractor who are going to buy 33 million from us. The farmers ask them when it shall come to. How much you pay off the seed, sir? How much you pay in the seed? They might say, $6,000 for the 100 weeks. You want 130 pounds. This is what is happening here.
Yes, I do.
So what I am doing now, someone to do, just a little help to one, to call the Minister of Agriculture himself as a meeting with the farmer there, and the Minister of Industry and Commerce.
Yes.
That we in South Sudan, what we are doing here, we can employ people from anywhere else in Jamaica, because Mr. White, my son, lives across the way. But right now, we have no unemployment in South Sudan. None.
Young people involved in it too, you're saying?
Young people, Mr. White, I'm talking this not only for you and the program and for Jamaica, but for everybody here to know. It is a beautiful thing in the early morning. When in a little community in Thompson Town,
yes,
Albert Town, Warsaw, Cecil, Waiter, Big Rock, Spring Gardens, young people, men running with the fog. They're at 6 o'clock in the morning, 5:36, they're running with them tools to the fields.
Yes, so, that's a nice exception to some other places, yes.
That is in South Sudan.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you now, I said it without any fear of contradiction. You see?
Yeah.
The farmers here, everyone that reach and feel that early, they get the first one, you call it, sir. That is what you only breakfast. You have the first one, you call it sandwich, bread, and your cool drink or whatever you need. That is what you take by 10 o'clock. We provide lunch daily for everybody because the ground owner who employ them cook the food without any measurement. When you work in yam field, there's not one easy one worker to go home without time, food enough for his home and whatever.
I like what you sound like you're organized. There's only the other any, the marketing part of you want.
Marketing and
all right, sir.
We are working as slaves.
The
houses, most out of 90% of the houses built here are built from their earnings. We don't get housing trust, we don't get any government pension, we don't get this. So it is the people of South Sudan.
Yes, sir.
I know is the most independent in Jamaica.
All right, thank you, yes. Because, you know...
So what I want to do, sir, I just want to ask you one thing. What connection, or what, just put in a word, because we are on our way to the commerce ministry and the agriculture. We need help, and I would like Mr. Derek Kelly or whoever it is, because it's not a party and thing.
No.
Everybody here are one. Every nook, every cranny, every hill, every valley is yam.
Yeah, man.
They're going on level lands where they promise us that they're going to send officers with and you can get a loan and drive, you pick up in your keys. No.
As I tell you, I know the districts that you're talking about, and your point is well taken, and you get enough time, and it's an important subject.
Yes,
we try.
I thank you for listening.
Yes, man.
Thank you for your patience.
Yes, we try.
I'll be calling back sometime.
All right. Thank you for the call.
So as I make the talk, as I make these progress, I'll be telling you where we have reached.
All right. And I hope that your effort is met with success.
That every one of those who are in authority in Jamaica.
All right. I hope them listening. Thank you here, sir. Little more.
Sir.
One heart. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Good morning.
Hello?
Hello. Good morning, man. Welcome to Straight Up.
Yeah, morning. All the discussion, you see, that are saying, well, first to commence, I'm 85. So I have a long distance from Jamaica right up, and I travel, but never stayed to Jamaica for longer than 3 months.
You sound strong for an 85-year-old, but yes.
Thank you. But all the discussion that is going on over the period of time, whether it's through Michael, whether it's through whichever the political party, all these things what I'm talking about now have been so tried, you know, and water down to nothing.
Yes, you just talk, you mean?
Just talking shop. Because you must remember that some time ago with Michael, when him use a word, say, if you don't produce, then we are going to starve.
Yeah.
And people run it, or people run them. All you have.
Hello, we lose him. I wonder where him calling from. Don't hear him. Call back again, caller, if your line get cut off. Good morning, welcome to Straight Up. Morning. I don't know, you're having trouble with the lines, eh? That argument from the South Trelawney, brother, because everyone knows Trelawney as a yam parish, and for them to be experiencing difficulties in marketing is a troublesome thing. Good morning, welcome to Straight Up.
Morning, sir.
Yes, man.
Yeah, you know, that acronym that the man was talking to you about the NATO.
Yeah.
You know?
What say again?
Yeah. About the
no
NATO.
Action.
Yes. No action. Talk only.
Talk only, yeah.
You know, I meant to call you on that this morning, you know. Because, you know, I know you're only sitting in for Mr. Small, but what you really hope to achieve at the end, even the small stint that you may be there. We don't know if it's small or great, you know?
No, I just fitting in, but I think the reason behind the talk shows is that issues will be aired. Now it must not only be talk. Hopefully action will be taken on the basis of the knowledge or the information imparted through the talk show. Remember, the talk show host not out there in the field, so to speak, as are other people, but at least the issues are aired. Sometimes people don't know what go on. You know?
Yeah, you're the same, Mr. White. Hear me I say?
Yeah.
The talk show host, do you think the talk show host, it would be good that the talk show host let his or her objective be known to the callers, well, we want to achieve this, and this is my purpose here.
Yes, we're going to pursue that. I like what you're saying, the philosophy behind the whole thing, but you're right up against, as you can see, the 10 o'clock news. So I have to take a break. If anything, call it more now, I could thrash out what you're asking there. All right.
I'm not sure I can do that.
Yes, yes. All right.
Good morning. With the latest headlines, I'm Kayla Wright. The Ministry of National Security has dismissed yesterday's reports that the minister had announced the construction of a new prison at Wednesday's official signing of a contract for the construction of a 2-story building to house inmates at the Tamarind Farm Adult Correctional Center. The ministry says the comments were made in response to a reporter about plans to renovate old prisons. It said the minister made the point that the best option for the correctional system would be the construction of a modern prison facility. The ministry says the minister merely indicated that the ministry intends to work towards that goal. A blood drive is currently underway at the Rubis gas station in Port Antonio, Portland, as the National Blood Transfusion Service, NBTS, and the JGRA continue their series of road safety blood drives. The NBTS is calling on persons aged 17 to 60 who weigh at least 110 pounds and who are in relatively good health to devote approximately 1 hour to donating blood today. Potential donors are encouraged to keep themselves hydrated before and after the donation process and are asked to have an adequate meal 1 to 3 hours before the donation process. Rebels from the left-wing Syriza party are to break away and form a new party. Prime Minister and Syriza leader Alexis Tsipras stood down yesterday, paving the way for new elections. The move came after he lost the support of many of his own members of parliament in a vote on the country's new bailout with European creditors earlier this month. Greek media reports that 25 rebel MPs will join the new party. And those are the stories making the latest headlines. News next at 11 o'clock. Stay tuned. Straight Up continues. I'm Kayla Wright.
Yes, welcome back to Straight Up. That's why sitting in for Jerry. I have some interesting callers and then interesting programs. Get some text messages here now. When text me. First one. Good morning. If Christ and Yeshua Selassie coming from the same lineage, why the controversy with Rasta and Christian? And Selassie was a Christian. Yes, Selassie claimed Christianity because him come through the line of Jesse, which produced David, and after that Christ, after that Menelik and these people, Macanen to Selassie. The controversy, because on both sides, although I defend Rasta, I try to be impartial, and I know that on both sides, some Christians don't like some Rasta because they believe hypocritical and aggressive. Some Rasta don't like Christian because they believe that they are hypocritical and that they don't do as they say. And we know in both groups there are call them bad sheep, no? So is that have to work out? Is that why I have the controversy? I don't know if I am not one of the brethren who insists that everyone should be the same. Remember Alton tune about everybody couldn't be the same. So, but we must respect the others' points of view and whenever possible agree to disagree without it lead to bad blood. Next one. It's only gays and Chinese. Call them the Chinese, although I know is that we call them still. But it's only gays and Chinese get what they want in this country. Next one. Right. Some people can dip on Garnet case. Next one here. Mr. White, you must tell Garnet to take a break now, like Jerry. You not tired of him now? No, really. I just there on the show, and most times he has constructive arguments. But yes, I suppose someone can feel tired of him. Yes. Next one. If it was China want land, if it was the Chinese I would say, who wanted land to plant breadfruit, they would get it. Next one. Them sell out Jamaica to China. We don't have Hope Garden again. It's China Garden. What a thing. The Chinese in everything because they have this wealth of money. What we ought to investigate is the terms under which them investing. If them getting blight that not available to local interests, right? And we must be very careful that they don't overwhelm us in a kind of modern day imperialism, Chinese imperialism. Can you imagine that coming away? The communist country were leaked against imperialism. Now everywhere overseas, almost like the earlier imperialists. Next one. Morning G. Love how you're hosting the program. I've been listening since Monday and I enjoy all of them so far. Well, thank you for that. The person says also, keep on keeping on. Alright. We have calls here. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up.
Yeah, Mr. White, I was talking to you just before the break came.
Yeah.
Yeah, just one short criticism here. I think you should have just limit your responses to the email them shorter, you know, and if your monologue them, you know.
Yes, all right.
Make it shorter. But anyway, I am saying, you know, the use for the talk shows. I think it is allowed because it's just a venting space, which I think it must become more than that. Because we can't, we've been talking all our life, and those who are supposed to listen, it is obvious that they don't care one hoot, so we say. And
so what you want?
We realize that we have a whole lot of program people on the talk show them talking to it too. Because them program to come tell us certain things. It's like the church where, yeah man, don't take any action. Jesus soon come. Everything will be alright. You're going to die and go to heaven. And so live in poverty and squalor.
But what you say?
Everything will be alright.
But what you saying? The talk show people them or whatever must go either.
No, not a program people up on the talk show them.
Yeah man, no, I take your point. I just becoming acquainted with it. But I see just a little time I've been here, I can hear some of the voices and see that them definitely operating on the agenda.
Right. I want to make another point because I want to use it up as efficiently as possible. I remember in 2007, when the other party was in power, specifically Shalman, Scott, and Kevin O'Brien, say, it's time for this government to put away the blame game and just get along with the work.
Yes.
I would then tell this government, you know, that them for you know, because I mean, Peter Phillips that talks from 2007, the debt where it run up, it's just coming down now. And forgot in the 90s, because I tell you something, I have a memory like an elephant and a Taliban, you know, I don't forget, you know. Yeah? That's some of my memories here, like an elephant and a Taliban. All 100 million years, I still remember. Look here, we don't want, even, that's what I say, a lot of program people are on the talk shows. They must remind them of those things. Yeah? So what good for the goose, good for the gander. The two most dangerous set of people in this world. Political and religious people. Yeah?
All right, sir.
Good morning.
All right, yes, you take care. Morning. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up.
Yes, King. Greetings to you.
Yes, man.
Well, blessed be. I must agree with the last two subjects that the brethren just said.
Yes.
The most two dangerous people in the world is really politics and religious people.
Yes.
They mislead the whole world and make promises they can fulfill.
Yes.
But what I call you about is that it's a very, I love how you open the show in the morning. The topic where you touch, they're very perfect. That is the main reason why I call you, you know, because the breadfruit. You didn't have the slightest idea that breadfruit have medical purpose, right?
Yes, I just Little research on here say it in all them things.
I've been researching breadfruit for years and days now. And breadfruit has so many cure. Comparing to even diabetes, it cures even one of the worst diseases that they claim can cure, which is HIV.
Yes?
Yes, but here it works now. You see the young green breadfruit? Cut it up with the skin and boil it same way with young guava leaf, which we call guava bud, and cinnamon stick with people with diabetes to cure diabetes.
How about the HIV where you talk about?
No, the young breadfruit, the same young breadfruit, the milk from the stem, drop it in white rum with honey, take it to kill any HIV virus in a human being body. This is proven. You're right, proven.
Then how come the world not jump on it?
No, because they don't believe. Listen. Everybody believes that God lives in the sky, right?
Well, not everybody, but yes, all right.
Believe that God lives in the sky. And no go so. Because God dwell among mankind, which is a human being.
Yes.
And they might look for God to be a spirit.
Yes.
So they do not believe simple thing when you tell them this. Because I get a vision one time to use the breadfruit stain in white rum to cure AIDS. I have a HIV patient work at the wharf. And when he called me and come check me, this is what I give him to drink. And when I giving it to him, him saying to me that, King, you know, so I get the same vision, but he never know how to use it. Right? And he go back and do his blood test and negative from HIV.
And you're saying the stem, yeah.
The young stem.
Well, drip the milk there.
Drip it in the white rum. Like say you get 3 breadfruit. About the stem. The milk from it, drop it in the white rum. You put some honey in that and you take a shot of that twice a day up to 3 times a day, up to 3 months, and you will never have HIV again.
What you call shot of?
Alright, when we say a shot, like a tablespoon, a tablespoon make a shot glass.
Yeah.
So you take that, a shot of it, twice a day.
Twice?
Good, up to 3 months. Go back again. The ripe breadfruit leaf. 3 ripe breadfruit leaf, good for high blood pressure. But they must not drop on the ground. I hear you were saying something, don't make the breadfruit drop on the ground this morning.
Yeah.
It's a serious thing. The ripe breadfruit leaf, 3 of them, boil them, don't make them drop on the ground, boil them and see for people with high blood pressure. Put a tablespoon of the organic apple cider vinegar in that tea and drink it. The same breadfruit bark, facing the east, cut off 5 pieces of the bark, quail it, boil it, put the organic apple cider vinegar, drink it, good for kidney problem. It's good also for diabetes. And it's also good for people with high cholesterol. Right? You can boil the breadfruit leaf with garlic and onion. For people who have high cholesterol, or garlic and ginger. Right?
Yes, I hear you.
Very effective. The full breadfruit now can blend as a juice, right, to make porridge. You can combine it with a little cornmeal, or a little green plantain, or carrot, or peanut.
You hear them people who have mentioned a mix, actually I make the breadfruit flour.
Yes, it's very effective. Breadfruit is so effective, just like yellow yam. But a lot of people do not know the medical purpose and the value of these food. That's why the king said let your food be your medicine be your food.
Yes.
Always utilize your food, because your food is your medicine. And several people may say, can I run a doctor every minute with this and that and spend food every minute? 3 times for the month, then go back a doctor for the same complaint. It makes no sense when you have natural things that can maintain your immune system. And I hear you mention it about the immune system.
Yes, yes.
The breadfruit is good. It's breadfruit just like noni. If you combine breadfruit, noni, susumba, cucumber, and ginger, you're building your immune system naturally.
All right, so I hear you give away some nice scientific procedures, but you know it go. We have some holy callers. Call me a little later if anything.
All right, my brethren, love.
We have another caller on the line, no? Welcome to Straight Up. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. We seem to lose them. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Straight Up.
Good morning, Mr. Gartwright.
Yes, yes, sir. What is your name, sir? Can you always
my name is Neville.
Neville?
Yeah, otherwise known as a JC man.
Oh, why?
Oh, I used to go to Jamaica College. You know?
Oh, but must be long after?
Yeah, long after you.
Jerry and myself.
Yeah, Mr. Gartwright, you're older than Jerry's, man.
By a year.
By a year?
Yes.
I want to ask you a question. How dangerous is a crab in a barrel?
I don't know. I've never been in a barrel. With a crab, but I know the statement.
Jamaican culture is of a crab in a barrel. You believe that?
Yeah, well, you mean all of them trying to scramble on the back of the other one to reach out of the barrel?
Yeah, you feel a crab in the barrel more dangerous than a spider on a wall?
No, I don't know. I don't see the connection. Go on now.
Alright, let me say something to you. My little statistics that I take on the ground. Because I'm in the belly of the city every day. Actively working.
Downtown.
And I take note that they kill over 50 black businessmen in this country since the start of the year. That I know about.
50?
Yeah, man. When me count and see on TV and all of those things. Yeah, 50 black businessmen. And it's only one Chinese me check. You see, that died violently. I don't check no Syrian and no white man.
Yeah, well, you see, them not out amongst the crowd, so to speak. Them do them business and wind up in the car and go up to them house and them have them own security.
These other races, they have the biggest set of business in town.
Yes, but them don't stay in town. Well, I mean the Chinese sometimes them live on top of the thing or behind.
I appeal to the gunman them, stop kill off the black businessmen. I mean the black businessman them business drive so that them can employ some people.
Yeah, man, that no must be a good sentiment. I do understand some of the gunman. Well, no one really. You know, them not fighting for no cause or nothing. They're not like we in a civil war and we'll fight for some kind of rights.
Yeah,
them gunmen are just...
Mr. White.
Yeah?
This drought here, you see?
Yeah.
Most people believe that water comes from the sky and come on the ground. But the water is actually on the ground, on the earth. 71% of the earth is water. And the water reaches the sky by way of evaporation.
Yeah.
And fall back to the ground.
Yes.
And it forms an irrigation system and they call it the water cycle.
Yes, man.
It is up to mankind to fix the pipelines in the earth so that people can get water every time because God make enough water on the earth to satisfy every creature.
Yes, well.
Mankind pull up the earth and can't set the waterways back to service even himself.
Yes, I understand you.
Because the Minister of Water, you see?
The what?
The Minister of Water, Mr. Pickersgill. Both Ronnie Thwaites. Ronnie Thwaites is a good MP and a good minister, you know?
Yes,
and Peter Phillips is a good minister, trying his best. But if the water is not properly managed, it's going to damage the work of the Minister of Finance and damage the work of the Ministry of Education.
Yes, water is one of the most important, well, the most important commodity on earth.
It's water, air, and light that form the earth, you know. You can't do without the three of those. And both Mr. Phillips and Ronnie Thwaites going to help Mr. Pickersgill with them homework.
Yeah, them hands full already. You want to Mr. Pickersgill? Him not up to it or him?
No, him don't know how to manage the water. At the end of the day, you know, Mr. God.
Yeah.
They might have to end up selling the water commission, you know.
So I hear, yeah, trying to divest it.
That's going to reap more poverty. Because private water is more expensive than public water. You know?
Yes, and can demand them price when any dry spell come on.
And another thing, if you don't bathe properly, see, Mr. God, you can't learn properly.
Yes.
Most of the oxygen that your body needs come through your skin. And if your skin is not properly cleansed, you can't learn properly and your blood pressure going to go up. You can't reproduce properly.
I'm not sure about the science of that as to the proportions.
But the biology, man.
But but I'd put it even more simply. You feel uneasy and on edge when you're not clean, when you're not bathed and your mind is focused and all them things.
Yeah, because the skin produces a whole heap of bacteria every day that needs to be washed off properly.
Yes.
Yeah, so Mr. Pickersgill need to manage water and not try to manage drought.
Yes, that's how we are putting it, yes. Like when when we get all the rainy periods, there ought to be measures in place that it don't go to waste and that some water, you know, will run on the streets and things. If you manage to harvest it, you don't have to bathing it or cooking it, you know. It can be used for irrigation and so free up other water sources. So whole heap of work should be done, and I take your point.
I born and bred in Kingston, you see?
Mm-hmm.
And Kingston is in a worse condition now than when I was a boy.
Mm.
Yeah, they need to build back Kingston, and nobody in Kingston should go to them bed thirsty without water. And do have a proper shower.
All right, thank you for the point.
This is the capital of Jamaica. Take care.
Go without saying, man. Thank you for your call. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Straight Up. Yeah.
Yeah, God. Morning again. Tell me something. How much is Tivoli inquiry costing this Jamaica?
No, I don't know the figure, but I hear some high salaries paid to the people who conducting it. I mean, like,
you know, it's over $400 million.
It's over
400 million.
Yes,
How much more money need to publish the FinTech report that Jamaicans can know why we're so poor and who caused us to be so poor?
I don't get the last point about FinTech. What is it?
How much money it needs for the FinTech report to be published?
Oh.
Have an idea
what take place, what the financial meltdown in the 90s. Yes, I don't think it's anywhere near 400 million. I forgot how much.
17 million.
17 yes, it was under 20.
$17 million. Now tell me something, God. You believe that it is fair for the Jamaican people not to have an idea why we were, and before me even got there, sir, you know how much, you know what percentage the FinTech but they sell out to this blue eye man from California? Yes, I know. You know, the buying of the so-called bad debt. They 44,000 business them get to buy back the liquor and nothing. You know what percentage in pay for it?
Yes, liquor and nothing.
33%, a third of what its value. Jamaica was sold out for that. You think this present administration want the ordinary man to know why we're so poor? And know say him sell out Jamaica for a third of what its value after we have business like NCB, Victoria Mutual, you name them. And you wipe out the entire economy and just sell it and say, listen me. Answer nobody, the PNP sell it and you are not obligated. You know, I know a business on the bottom road in Montego Bay. It usually be one of the premier places in Montego Bay. Casa Montego Hotel. You know how long now it lock up? Lock up.
That of investment. Warm to the owners. I don't remember who owned that now.
No FinTech, man. FinTech. That man was all of his assets. Most of his assets were taken away from him.
No, hold on. You don't have to belabor the point, you know. I think most Jamaicans, except the very die-hearted, still questioning what occurred through FinTech and would I really like to see a report on the FinTech running.
So why they don't want to allocate the $17 million so we can have an idea?
Yeah, that's a question that you can put to them.
I mentioned to you the other day that did you know that JDX, Jamaica Debt Exchange, has saved Jamaica the carnage of over 600,000. Did you do an inquiry on it?
Yes, I have.
600,000 million Jamaican dollars that was diverted from out of the rich man pocket to go back and set up the junior stock exchange.
No, yes, but remember, you know, some people also claim that it can result in a lessening of confidence in the purchase of government bonds and them thing there, which they swapped, because now many, and it happened for the second time too, so now many investors doing certain that them should have buy in a government paper, which was once thought to be blue chip, the top of the level.
If that, listen me, you remember that that's one of the reasons why the previous administration moved away from the IMF. That's the only time we had a little growth, tangible growth where we stopped importing everything. And alright, you hear them have a new juice on the market named iCool?
Yes, yes.
They last put on the market. Say if we could just support them and bigger and stop off of the buster and the whole heap of imported things from out of how much foreign exchange it is here with. And if we could have just find a means a way to open back the factories them and lock down during the 90s and start just becoming distributors of other people's products.
Yes, we need
young people it will give job.
Yes,
and give some hope to Jamaica.
We need action on that score. Can't be denied that we're supposed to do some import substitution.
On the chest and talk about that when we hear the man who in charge of the Police Federation, Sergeant Wilson, talks to council get $53,000 a month. We can't,
What?
$53,000 a month.
Which councillor?
Yeah. And this man don't want to pay them, and then when you hear say a policeman, me no condone anything in thievery. But when you hear say a policeman gone to St. Elizabeth or child saving can $5 million for a businessman.
Yes, that no.
Pushing the people them to become criminals.
Yes.
And not only police but all civil servants by not paying them on every day. I want to tell you.
Hold on.
When this present Minister of Finance, when he was appointed, the first thing I hear this man come out and make a pronouncement. Jamaicans are living above their standard. Are living above.
Or outside of their means. I don't know. We'll have to argue about that one. Hold on. You sound like you have an agenda too, but it's
not an agenda, God.
Hold on, no?
I read that.
We have to go to a break, sir. We have to go to a commercial break. Don't think I'm running, but say it's 10:30. Yeah. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. That's right. As most people probably know, listen to this show now, sitting in for Brother Jerry Small, and we broadcasting live from the studios of Newstalk 93 FM on the Mona campus at the university. I believe we have some callers on the line. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yes, good morning.
Listening to that caller, the last one a while ago. Where did FinTech come into the whole thing? Was it after the borrowers of people's money in the bank refused to repay the bank loan? Wasn't it that when FinTech came in to save the savings of especially pensioners, to give them back their savings, but the country couldn't pay them back the interest? Was that where FinTech came in?
That was in many cases, not all.
Well, most cases, man. FinTech came in to rescue the persons, the savers, the pensioners mainly, who would lose if the banking sector, as minister at the time, Omar Davis was being advised to make the banking system crash. So FinTech did not lend out any money. FinTech walk in and buy loans. So, I think it should be clear for that gentleman.
And then some other people bought back the loans at reduced rates too from FinTech. Right. So that means in a sense we lost on that score, but
I don't know if we lost, but
it cut both ways in the sense that there was a part of the reason, the rationale.
Yeah, but FinTech, we had to say
hold on.
No, he said also that Dr. Phillips said that we are living above our means. Dr. Phillips was not the one who said that. In opening the West Kingston housing scheme that was built by the Housing Trust, the then Member of Parliament, former Prime Minister Bruce Golding, told the residents in West Kingston that, look, I don't think you can afford these houses, and PJ was crazy enough to build it for you because you are, in most cases, Jamaicans are living above their means. He said that in that presentation. So this gentleman should not come.
And hold on. I know that it sounds to me like the two of you are agenda.
No, we just want to clear up.
Hold on, man. I can't talk, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, it sounds to me like the two of you are agenda pushers. So that when, make a finish, when reservations are mentioned about aspects of your particular party's position, you don't recognize it at all. Is that I can't talk about it. I'm going to have to talk to Jerry about that. I like the persons who can say, FinSAC did some good work, but there were failings. I like people who say the housing is necessary for the people, but maybe some instances exist where you can say Jamaicans living above their means, which is why we have to borrow so much, etc., etc. It don't mean that because you criticize the person, you're against them 1,000%. That is how I understand.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, ma'am.
FinSAC, because you're talking about pushing party line. I am arguing from the point of national development. So FinSAC is, when I said that FinSAC came in at the end, I am pushing a party line. Wasn't it a national occurrence to save the banking sector?
But so how you explain how some banks failed?
Some banks fail. All right.
Like the Crown Eagle them and the Crawfords, and those people can claim that they weren't helped while other people were helped.
No, but for example, Crawford. Let us look at Crawford. Crawford loaned a former prime minister $22 million of savers' money, and he did not. It was not repaid. So Crawford's failure was not a personal government or a national event. For Crawford, how he dealt with the banking finances, which was personalized. The manner in which the banker and the personal customer treated with the savings of citizens who were clients of the banks. So Crawford could not be related to FinSAC and a failure. It wasn't FinSAC's fault. What Crawford did was how he managed the assets of the bank and how he loaned the money. Yes, and how he went to get the loans repaid, how he treated it. So we can't say, but FinSAC was a necessary component.
I am saying, it
can be a party agenda.
I don't know about the level of that money that you're talking about, that 22 million. I will take your point on that.
You can do your research. Talk to the Bank of Jamaica.
Yes, I bring in what my general observation though still remains, that there are pros and cons in these issues. It's not only good or positive results that emerge from actions such as those that were taken by FinSAC. And I'm saying,
ask you a question now, finally.
Yes.
Should what Minister Davis should have done is sit back and allow the whole financial sector to crash?
No.
So what is your solution then? Because that is what the puzzling, out there, putting out there, have people like the man who called, putting out there political argument that FinSAC caused this. FinSAC came in at the end. If FinSAC did not come in, would we have a banking sector today?
Well, that is questionable.
Good.
But
Thank you, sir.
As I said, though, there were some banks, not only Crawford, there were quite a few others who felt that they had been unkindly dealt with, to say the least.
How can you notice how Mr. Crawford give his testimony not being questioned and staying overseas and doing telewitnessing? You notice that?
Yes, I see that.
Why did he do that? Because Mr. Crawford know that he's the one who was culpable and he should be held accountable, but him run away and him hiding.
You think the same thing applied to Chen Young too?
Yes, yes, you notice him didn't come either because they are the big C in the whole thing. What they did to the people's money who were clients of the banks that they headed, and they used it for their own personal sales. You forgot at one point it came out that Crawford is giving his mother not a favor with the bank $100,000 a month to look after her living situation from the people's money.
I hear you.
All right.
That
so argue the thing. No,
that's what
help educate citizens.
That's what we're trying to do. But you are saying that FinSAC in its entirety was completely blameless. It is pure positive things it do.
Yeah, one of it wasn't completely blameless. You know why? Even Omar Davis admitted they moved too late. He was being advised from employees of Chen Young Bank and Crawford Bank. He was given inside information as to the dire situation that has developed because of these two men's action, and he admitted, understand that he moved too late.
There are others too. Crawford is the one with Workers Bank?
No, Crawford was the one with Century National.
Who was Workers Bank?
Forgot his name. He was forgot his name.
I'm saying we have to check all of the all of the things. But thank you.
He took the money and he had golden water tap in his bathroom at home, and golden thing in his.
So I hear, sir. Anybody really say that for true? I don't.
Yeah, man. The people went and looked at the house, you know, because remember they took some of their assets. Crawford built the apartment up by across from Andrews, the whole that whole complex that the government had to sell, and things like places like those. And the one at Workers Bank had golden in his bathroom and in his kitchen and stuff like that.
All that again to have the research is necessary. Hold on, yes, but the research,
economic spaces.
The research needs to be done
that is another thing.
As to who.
So don't make these people come
but
create the impression that FinSAC was the big monster. FinSAC came in at the end to save the banking sector.
Who bought some of the properties which FinSAC sold? All that open to debate too.
Bought and foreigners bought some of their
Yes, at quite favorable terms. Some people say too favorable.
Where you call it, you and class structure, and we bought some of the FinSAC properties, and other foreigners bought the hotels that Crawford had and stuff like that. All Jamaicans were allowed to buy too.
Yes, but at much less than the value. But here you get more over your time. You're going to make people complain and ball.
The Chinese, because this onslaught on the Chinese again is unhealthy, you know?
No, man. Yes.
People come to invest in your country, right?
Yeah, but the terms of the investment. But yes, you get over your time. I have to leave you now because I would say a whole heap of calls on the line. If anything, call me next week or a little later. Alright, ma'am? And I will do some research to take you on better. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up.
Yes, God.
Good morning. Yeah, man.
Must be smarter than that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So when I want to come with a fixed mind.
Yes, an agenda.
You just hear them vibes and delete it, man.
What you say?
She have a problem, man. You're sick as she, man.
Your duty bound to be courteous, you know.
No, but I mean courteous that you listen to one for a little while, but you go on and and carry on. You don't see that?
Yes, but she have little arguments to have to pursue some aid.
I just know she have argument, man. A long time she have argument, and she just keep up on a one-track element.
Yes, well, I just meeting her. No, I mean, I used to listen to the show.
Exactly, if you listen, you hear her advice, you're supposed to know. You understand? You see me, the fanaticism, you can't me no deal with that, my brethren. You understand? If we deal with things, balance.
All right, so I hope you're impartial.
Enough people talk to them love God, you know, God.
Yeah.
If you love God, you have to love truth.
Yes.
FinSAC make people take them life, man. Man borrow 50 million and end up pay what? A madness them thing there. You don't need the research.
No, but why them hang themselves? Because them lose them business, but them lose them business through bad management.
Yeah, but you mean unscrupulous lending people too. Because if a man I go borrow and look more in him look, every time instead of the interest pass the loan. You do better than that, man. If you borrow money and you're going to write a thing and write, you look forward for you pay 3%. And look more you say, well, compound interest.
Yes, that's what I was telling her, that it needs more talking and debate to really come to an impartial thing, because you have cases like that, yes, where is the interest rate that reached the borrower. That made him,
$5 million, I don't pay how much million?
Yeah, but she talking now about other cases, or she focusing, she not using no balance, she focus
on fraction of the fullness, of the whole. Yes, my brethren, I mean, I'm not going to them people vibration.
All right, I have a commercial break here, so thank you for clear up. I hope the listeners see that when I ask for balance and impartiality, that they are more sides to the story than are apparent. First, commercial break. Soon return.
News Talk 93 FM. Heard everywhere.
Yes, welcome back to Straight Up on News Talk. I'm Godwide, sitting in for Jerry. We're going to some text messages now. God, the first one. God, the new way of scamming is a big pan marked support the youths. Everywhere you walk in the town of Falmouth, pure beggar. I'm sick of it. And this is Falmouth where those build up and supposed to be cruise ship destination. Alright. Next one. Here the man Jagat. What advice would you give to the extreme poor to survive and advance their children's life despite all the challenges in their way? For example, they must prevent from having kids they are unable to maintain adequately. Okay. That's logical, but next one. Welcome, God. Do people in the United States consume chicken back? If we were a rich country, agriculture would be dead. I don't know what can't follow you there. You mean that is love, we love chicken back, that if we did have money, if we were a rich country, we would just consume chicken back also and wouldn't want no food? I don't know. Next one. We cost the Chinese, but see Africa a grow because a Chinese investment. Yes, the Chinese definitely assisting the African growth figures, but it's not only Chinese there. You have other countries in there that were growing long before the Chinese investment, like Lesotho down in South Africa. But alright. Next one. Can you imagine man a plant food and can't get market while people want food in the world? This country is sleeping. When we wake up, it will be too late. Suppose you're saying that we should really have tapped into the food export market to a greater extent than we have done so far. Alright, I think we have a caller on the line. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello, morning.
Yes, God.
Good morning, yes, man.
Makudai.
Yeah.
You see, where this government has fallen short now, towards the ganja development, them have to looking at themselves and get things on a fast track, my brother.
Yes.
Because it's the hemp industry and ganja industry is sister and brother levels,
Yes.
Ganja industry is most them are talk about medicinal level.
Nutraceutical, them say, yeah.
Yeah. The hemp industry is more industrial.
Yes.
So, and a lot of wasteland about you, so.
That is rope.
All about.
That is what? Rope and similar materials. So, clothes.
Perfume. Name it, my brethren, as fabric we can produce for, like shingle go up on your old stop.
Yeah, and we used to do it
exactly
on a little scale earlier on, so I don't know.
But see, everything is being cornered to who have the money. You need a mass thing now for the people. And the poor man have the land. Some man there in a certain places and they might deal with them ganja cultivation for fighting more like a struggle. Now they might trade ganja for gun. One of the 70s a man that trades ganja for money. But you see this money thing, God, it enslave all of us, We check out money,
Yes, because even no matter how you train yourself for do without and for live, simply.
Money for these
you can't avoid having the money.
Exactly. It's an enslaved element where I come from anciency. See?
But it never so bad in the past, man. Nowadays, everything hinges around it. But yes. You let the steel caller?
Yes, I, man.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
on there.
Go on, Sergeant.
Right now, God, I want you to check out that thing. If you can, I say to Jerry, I want you to check out that brethren panel named Michael Tellinger.
Tellinger?
Yes, Tellinger, not Dillinger.
No.
See?
Yeah.
I want you to map him out because that brother here come with an ancient principle. We have a thing named the Ubuntu Party, which is an African word and a principle.
Mm-hmm.
See? And the brother show ancient technology, my brother.
You know where I'm based?
I'm based, he live in South Africa.
Oh. You say Michael Tellinger.
Michael Tellinger.
Mm-hmm. We'll try, you know that. I don't know. I just fitting into Jerry, but
I him name, man, and that's that thing come up.
Yeah, I will.
And one thing I want to check out with ancient technology.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see where I come from and where more have to go. I have a plan to get rid of money, you know, my brother. Because anything you manifest on the earth is not money, it is people.
But you have to have
you see, slowly we are going to do it slowly and show you.
Yes,
check it out.
Because you have to tell me.
Let me give back a next show.
You have to tell me about the medium of exchange. Where
slowly, man. We use money and get rid of money, my brother. Because the principle is in man. And anything my man set up, it was once before. It was the principle used to rule before give money, you know. But there was no leader, it was principle man live by. God may you talk. Easy does it. Bless up.
All right, one answer. Yes. Any more calls? Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Good morning. Where the caller? Yeah, man.
Good morning, you hear me?
You're on the air, yes.
Alright, you know the old FinSac era.
Yes.
Debacle, were mishandled from the very beginning. Yeah, totally mishandled. And what this administration is afraid of. Alright, if they didn't have something to hide like the police, you know, within the cop, why they don't allocate the rest of the little millions of dollars well left, maybe $10 or $15 million well left, to finish the inquiry of FinSac?
That is a hard one for them to answer. It's true if
Alright, if they didn't have something to hide, and I am emphasizing that to all the spin doctors then.
Yeah.
You want to ask that spin doctor that come on, did she lose any money in FinSac? I want to know because I am anxiously awaiting the result of FinSac, you know. Because I was working on a cruise ship that time. And I'm from Montego Bay and I have 180,000 Eagle Merchant Bank. And all between me and my wife. And all of me to get back 1 cent. They said they were going to give something like about, after recouping some of the money, they were going to give back something like about 5 to 6% of the amount of sum that you have in the bank. I know me not get back anything.
Yes, whole heap of questions to be answered.
This is so. I am asking with all the spin doctor. The spin doctor seems to know everything. You know? And I want to find out if there wasn't anything to hide, why they don't allocate the little $10 million that left to complete the whole inquiry of FinSac.
Yes, that's what.
They are hell bent on completing this inquiry that's supposed to come up sometime this month.
You mean the Tibale one?
All right. The other question is, why was NCB Bank was too big to fail? The other question is, who was in charge of NCB Bank in the FinSac era?
That one that tax my memory is. You know is who?
No, I am not forgetting anything. I mean not spinning anything neither.
So who was the owner?
Who was in charge of NCB Bank at the time when it was too big to fail?
Yes, this was before reaching
Why
time.
Did all the Jamaican bankers them were sacrificed?
And then
why was the youthful exuberance came in when Omar Davis just came in as a Minister of Finance? Why was the youthful exuberance was exercised?
But you don't agree that he had to do something for
I agree he had to do something.
Mitigate
as I told you from the beginning, it was mishandled.
Yes, and also as I was telling her too, there are pros and cons, for and against the action that was taken by FinSac.
They don't want to talk about those things.
Yeah, they've just push the fours and not
they
thinking about the against
their agenda and continue spinning. And it's the second time now this week I hear this lady spinning, you know, and spinning.
Well,
you know, and the fact is there, the proof.
Yes, she don't have to spin. Is that I uncomfortable with? You can defend something, but be impartial or try and get a balanced judgment. That's the only way we're going to move forward. It can't be that you just hold to your party line and don't hear nothing else.
And the spinning is giving an impression like the authority at the time. It's immaculate.
Well, that is, yes, that is true too. And yes, all right, sir. With the right up.
I'm going to finish this conversation with the politicians.
Little later, no. With the right on the news hour, as you can see, is 11.
No more. Later on.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, welcome back to Straight Up. Gart White sitting in for Jerry Small. I think we have some callers on the line. Good morning.
God.
Welcome to Straight Up, sir.
God.
Yeah, man.
My time now, boss.
Eh?
Look like a my time now.
Yeah, man. Pretty.
We go slow and go easy now. Listen, me I say to you first up now. Introduction of myself first.
Yeah, man.
Say me should go up at the British Embassy right now. I want to say their name, called consulate or whatever name. If you say me should get a visa easily, you know, because based on the fact that me did bought before they do independence, I will get it and thing.
Yeah.
Not too long before, so me have a wide experience and can talk about things, you know?
Yes.
Based on my condition, physically and thing, you know? You have to listen to the radio a lot. I don't have to, but I choose to listen to the radio a lot. From station to station. So me have a wide idea of most of the voices them who come on and who are this and who are that, you know.
Okay.
You know, like discuss per people, see, but me will touch upon a lady, what the lady I talk to you first, her name Lisa or something. It's a known fact that she's a PNP person, you know.
PNP activist.
Likewise, I have a lot of people on the PLP card said, you know, but I'm not really doing part of it. I'm dealing with the discipline and equal rights and justice.
Yeah.
Because when I tell me, I know a virgin in my country, you know. He's a thief, you know.
Yes.
The man go in front of the judge and 4 times out of 5 in wrong, you need to go prison. But you see the 1 time he right, God.
Yeah.
Just send him up for 3 months, and I mean, no facts the man never tease nothing them tell you, because somebody I know personally.
Then, you know,
you said, Liz, come on, virgin. Because we need to take her as what she's a PMP person, you know, but the message what she says she attack the facts. If Liz come on from the radio now, God, and she will tell me her mother and her father where they come from, I can't call her and say she, if you cut her off, because I wouldn't know about that. I would have to check it out. When she right, God, yeah?
Yes, is that no?
I don't find this thing acting because I have a little idea about it. I give you facts because it's your opinion. People push your opinion as facts more time, you know. We just touch on it when we know about it, you know.
Go swiftly.
This thing acting as by based on my understanding, it creates for the facts that some people borrow some money, you know.
Yeah.
And rightly or wrongly, this can be debated, you know.
Yeah.
Interest rate goes sky high, you know.
Yes, that is definitely part of it.
It can be debatable, you know, but I tell you facts, God. You can't cut me off, you can't tell me argument because I don't have a monologue, you know.
No, man. Yes, I hear you.
That time, God, to go down in the 90s now, where them create this thing named FinSac to save, like people like me who have pension and thing.
Yeah,
that's what them say, like, debatable again, you know.
Have deposit in the bank and them
yeah, man, it's debatable, you know. This birthday in the car about who know whole one NCB, I'm not certain, but when I tell you have some shades like, you know.
Yeah.
Because they have one thing, ESAP something, let's quite a while, I might have a little remember. If not, you have a step on that, because we have plenty young callers. So things are coming in, Gati. And what them buy it then. Well, then get it very cheap, so because a man will buy it and everybody want it. Because Jamaican could have buy it, you know.
Yes.
Because Jamaican could have buy it. You never exclusive to them. Just like you have it here and you must sell the petrol jam something, the gas, you might have the name wrong. Come here, switch from 1 to 1, you know?
Yes, no.
The gas people, them, and the tailors.
Yeah, man, the petrol drum, but it have, couple bidders.
The gas station, so anyway, I don't really want me that confused. I just touch it quickly and move on to my friend. Because you have more than 3 minutes.
But don't...
You have some Jamaican in a guard. Them could have gone out and buy, you know, them they sending them bid late. It doesn't make sense to go quarrel or say, we don't get it to buy.
No, but I hear you, it's still open. You still have a 1 or 2 who go and bid for it still. Right?
Yeah, man, I'm sorry, so I didn't make to the road, I know, because I took a pass. And I don't really want to come off of me that try to kill about the things acting, you know, God. So,
yes, I hear you.
Quickly, you know, because I might have just about a minute, I come left. So the 90s come on and the man and create the film shop, and the foreign man, I don't remember my name, because everything I remember.
Yes, the one who buy the debt.
You get the debt at 1/3, I think about 33% and a third.
Yeah, him
that's
get
1/3.
Much below its value.
Well, at that time, the debatable again, I'm going to tell you what is what, you know, because most things, opinion can come in and debate.
Yes, rather
you know,
that, yeah.
What go on, you know?
Yes.
Well, him get the debt to buy them, so Jamaican could buy it, you know, but no Jamaican never interested. Debatable again?
Yes.
So the things I think, now, God, that was it basically, you know?
Yeah, man.
For the politics part, you know, the JLP have that have a trump card because they, you know, I tell you to say, well, Pascal are going on a PJ, you know? They have that as a scandal.
Yes.
So what me I say, God, why not God damn, well, sorry, I don't want to start because what in a God name, you get 4 years God to deal with, 2072 till you lose the election, 2011, 2012. Couldn't you have set up your thing that is 4 years God and you can't have an inquiry done by that? What the man,
you mean
Dr. Philip accused, Dr. Mr. Shah, you know. He must say Mr. Shah set up the FinSac inquiry. It was a vendetta thing, you know?
Yes.
He did not even afford have the courtesy to give the principal people them any attorney, you know? Never represented. So then say it was a thing from the beginning.
Yes, you never get
just coming like say,
equal
you know, God,
rights.
just coming like you play that, I mean, I'm going to try to call the game and you catch him, you know? So when Dr. Philip come in, you know, wrong or right, he said he could have finished it still, but he said going hold hard, you know? That is debatable again, but within my personal feeling, he said he could have finished it still, you know?
Yes, it makes sense,
but
finish it.
A lot of people come back and try to give you member facts. A few opinion they might give you, you know?
Yes, I know that,
Yeah, truthful, man, allow the lady to speak.
You have to can sift fact from
man.
just
my
opinion.
My time she go off as tangent to me, still, because you said me and she might think was supposed to say something sometimes, you know, but I wouldn't want she to represent me, you know?
Yes.
Because she will give me case, because sometimes she will deal with the apple and she gone at the orange, you know?
Yeah.
But when she have a fact, man, deal with the fact and don't deal with the messenger.
All right,
because
sir.
when I say, what if she give me right to speak and give somebody else to company here? More than likely, nobody never criticize that messenger, you know, but just you share the message. And I've never heard that they come here and criticize another call yet, you know. Let's big up story for that, you know.
All right, yes.
Yeah, man, cool. Just take a level and listen, you know, because like a nice program, you know.
Yes,
and
man.
deal with the issues.
One answer.
Call us, please.
Yes.
Thank you, much, God.
Yes, sir. We have some text messages here. First one. Tell the sisters to stop by falls here. Imagine over $1 billion imported here. Hui. Brother White, I want to big you up and the good works you continue. Continue motivating we, the youngsters, them family. But I get to understand how them police are corrupt. All them stop you on the road is like man obligated to give them a money. A pure corrupted cops family. Next one. Crawford went into business that bank has no business in. We should be fair. Omar said the things that went on in the bank would turn your head grey. I agree with Beth. Next one. Why do you let this woman turning you into a jackass? Large claim that one there, sir. Mr. White, you don't manage the thing at all. You don't know that Beth get paid to call talk shows. Too long with the activists. I tell you boy. Haul me over the coals now, over people I don't know. I'm beginning to recognize who Beth is. And sometimes she have little argument and sometimes she wrong and so clearly partisan, but you have to give everybody them due. Perhaps allowing her too much time. Any caller on the line? Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Good morning, welcome to Straight Up. Not getting through, eh? Good morning. Good morning.
Hello?
Welcome to Straight Up, man. Yeah, man.
You hear me, Dad?
Yes, man. Go quick. Yeah. Even though, you know, here I start get castigate for giving people too much time. But I reasonable and I don't know that some people have them own personal thing. I'm just beginning to recognize who is who. But anyhow, give me your...
Oh, you know about the briefing from Jerry before him going?
No, kind of, you know, let us say yes, you have some people. But I don't know if I recognize the voices. I'm getting into it.
About cults.
Who?
Cults.
Cults. C-U-L-T-S.
C-U-L-T-S, right.
Religious cults are...
Well, whether it's political or
oh, yes. All right.
Yeah, because when we get to understand from observation and you know what I read, the people who get themselves deeply involved with cults are people who them not think for themselves. You ever hear about a situation with a hombre named Jim Jones?
Yeah, man.
In Guyana?
Yes, the one that get the people them to take the poison or something like that.
The people them drink poison, you know, and kill off themselves time, say get a vision, say whatever. Right?
Yes.
So people in cults do crazy things. Them don't think for themselves.
Yes, them just toe the line that is given to them.
Now what I wonder now is like that. Other TNP caller. Most of them.
But you admit that there are others from the other side as well?
Yeah. That's why I'm saying mostly. But when them call out people like us, right? It's like them party can do no wrong.
Yes, I told her that.
Eh?
I told her that too. That sometimes she spoil what could be constructive criticism or constructive praise by being so wholly on one side and can't see no wrong or no misdoings or no bad management or nothing because she can't concede that. But
you know, when people understand that Andrew Holness had to confess when they had the meeting, the JP meeting the other day. So much people couldn't be wrong. All the criticism were coming at him from leadership style and so. So I might admit, say, yeah, it look like say, I have to pull up him stats, like there's room for improvement. He might admit that.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I respect that kind of thing.
Yes, it
I must support that the other side, but when them go and rubbish, I don't hesitate to say so. I'm not a clown or an idiot.
Yes,
and what we are about is development.
Yes,
of
not
this little country here.
Not any personal thing.
You call and you know so your side wrong and for instance now. How can you have a leader who just refuse to communicate with the people?
Yes, that's not a good quality of a leader.
She just decides that she not talk to me, that she not talk to nobody and just done that so.
Yes, that no one could have support that. That I mean, she needs to be more open with the public. She can't just want to talk to captive audiences. That is well taken. But
exactly. You see what I'm saying? And people better come and say nothing wrong with that. Is her leadership style.
No, you can't.
Another thing now, you have a man.
Leadership style.
You have a man now. Them she put several people, but him in particular stand out. Mr. Pickersgill, as Minister of Water,
Land and Environment. Yes.
So you put that all apart, make it sound worse, right? What is he doing? I hear somebody describing this man as a placeholder. I don't match. I have a placeholder.
Yeah,
well. When I say, you are the leader of the country, if you mean the people and the country well, right? And you appoint people for run certain ministry. You have to put people where you know full well you can't manage it.
No, well, I forget what them call that kind of thing. When you give somebody a thing and him rise themselves to the level of his or her incompetence.
Exactly.
I don't know. Is that
means
Peter
when
principle?
You that you know watch nothing. No mind if the people them are complaining and criticize and you're not function. me are the leader and me say you have to hold that and go and collect the money. So me see it.
To be fair, him do some work, but the responsibility what him get with water, you know, everything them wait till the crisis emerge. I have to say that because this water thing been recurring, and it's not sufficient to say that the other side was also guilty of it. Both of them have been, but see it again, we in the same position.
I'm a very perceptive person. I'm quite intelligent, and when I study the facts, no matter how the PNP treat the people, no matter how they neglect them and make them suffer, the people keep putting their back in. It's a cult.
Well, I don't know, but you just use the argument to say so much people can wrong with regards to wholeness. So if so many people see the suffering, some of them must be either see some future or some way out or benefiting why them keep on doing it then.
I see a thing the other day, that's the last thing. I see a thing that community, raw sewage. Flood out them community and them a campaign for ringworm and all kind of germs and all kind of thing. And the woman I say right now she a PNP and she not change. But she can't take this no longer, so Mama P wants some attention now. Years, you know, them are living in that filth and that wretchedness, you know.
Yes.
I still talk about Mama P will not change.
Yes, the tribal things are embedded in our thing that is so both of the side them stay. Alright, sir. Holy Pakal, yeah, straight up. Welcome. Straight up, a caller there.
Hello, morning again, Mr. White.
Yes, morning.
Usain Bolt, Mr. White.
Yes.
It's the first I hear the media not bigging up Usain Bolt in the true form as if he can win this race on Sunday.
No, man, you have to sit. Well, look on today's paper, them. I big him up, them. Both the Observer and the Gleaner feature the world champs and saying that him chance is great. One even said
is he the favorite going into this race?
I'm not sure about that yet, but clearly it's between him and Gatlin.
Yeah, no, Gatlin might be selling favorite. Secondly, Mr. White.
Yeah.
Usain Bolt gets a appearance fee to go to these big events.
I am not sure about the appearance fee in this kind of thing, you know, like Diamond.
He gets a lot of US dollar just to be present. Yeah, even here a guy quote a figure to me and say 100,000 US just to appear at the World Championship.
That's so enough. But what I am certain of is that the winners and the people them who place in the races and so on, them get some good incentives, some good money.
I know a lot of incentives. You see, when I used to work with the government, like if you die on the job, they have a big some insurance that they give your children or your loved one who you left in the will.
Yeah.
A lot of millions, you know. One of my supervisors died from cancer, and her daughter got 5 million. But you see people in the private sector, the self-employed people on the ground here, some of them don't even insure their body.
Yeah.
And they have businesses and they don't insure the business, but they insure the car.
Well, you know,
they don't insure the body and they insure the car.
Yes, but you have to. That is our system stay.
If you are the president of a family in Jamaica right now, Mr. White, you have to insure your body.
Yes.
That in case you die or gunman kill you,
any little thing happen,
your loved one them can get some money to continue the struggle.
Yes.
Because the public sector workers, as poor as some people believe they is, they are. When they die, the government gives them millions through insurance policies.
Yes, the NIS and so on, yes.
Yeah, and NIS give them 70,000 towards their burial grant. Yeah, so the private man in business out here must know what he's doing to secure his family.
All right, sir.
Because it's public sector and private sector.
Yes. Thank you.
All the best.
Yeah, man, all of us hoping so. I don't believe any Jamaican want anything less. But as I said yesterday, I'm hoping he's claiming that him fit, him up back to him best. So, I don't know. All right.
You must know. Take care.
Yes, one answer. Another caller. Morning. Welcome to Straight Up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
How you do?
Fine. Looking forward to these games.
I hear you. Well, let's go back to the development of this country.
Yes.
And the two tribes where we have in this country. Because I think them a party, you know. They are those two political tribes. And they are fighting against themselves. And anybody or anything that fights against themselves must fall.
Yes. Okay.
And where we are today, I don't say who is fighting for Jamaica. Where are the Jamaicans? Where are we?
Oh, you mean someone who went put the national interest above purely party
can you
interest?
help me?
It's hard to find, but you have some NGOs, non-governmental organizations, you have some civic organizations, you have some people too within the parties who not so tribalist, you know, them forced to be part of the party system. They feel, they think, because that is the way that them going to be able to get anything done. So you know.
They are in the minority.
Yeah,
and fighting to come out against a drowning man can have the straw. So why they cannot come? Because all we've been hearing for over the past maybe 50 odd years as independent. We've been hearing people is coming with some slogan like tighten your belly, money in your jingle in your pocket, the whip. One time when get the word of correction, and this has a slogan.
Yes, yes.
And at the end of the tunnel, the last one may come up now. We are tightening our belly, but we're going to find it at the end of which time. We're going to find the sweetness. No, yes. my life and your life consisted of about 70 to 80, about 75.
Yeah.
Look how hard you work.
The average.
At the age of 65, you start going down.
Yes.
And if you don't enjoy anything between that period, when are you going to enjoy it?
Yes, I don't want to get too pessimistic because I have a whole lot of people now, the life expectancy thing go up, however slowly.
Yeah, but at 70, at 80, but when you got 80, you can't eat the food you're supposed to eat. You can't even take some of the medicine. So it means that you are going what?
So what you saying?
Where you come from?
So what you saying? You must look both so that you can enjoy the fruits early.
In some part between the age of 50 and 60, 70. And right now, what we are going through now,
we can't do that.
We can't do that again.
Aye.
We never did it before, and we can't. The next thing, if you look at the community in which you live and how you live, and look at how the people them paint up their houses and take care of them sidewalk and do what. This country would be, if the government in themselves or the powers that be would have put together to do the road, do the gully, and whatever surrounding. You know what a beautiful country this would ever be, sir?
Yes, sir. What you say is that no. Some people now don't trust to give voluntary help because them feel that it's either them one or that them not do nothing for help, support. But I do agree with that though. Every community, the members of the community should be interested in maintaining.
We can't fix the road.
No, you
can't. We can't fix the water.
Yes, the potholes
and
the...
We have to pay for the water, we have to pay for the lights. We paying tax for example, getting the road fixed, get the gully fixed, get this one. The mosquitoes take up with garbage and so on. That's what we are paying for.
Yes.
But these are the things that are not doing. Because if we look at the houses, as I said before, how the people them out of what? Them cut down from maybe the medication, other things, and fix them place.
Yes.
Live in.
All right, thank you, sir. I have to go for a break.
Cool.
Yeah, man, 1 heart. Yes, welcome back to Straight Up. I just want to make a little comment with regards to this political tribalist thing and the rivalry between callers who may support one or other of the parties. I think the reasonable position to take, and this would lead to progress, is that when you have your line to drive, you have to admit that there are call them goods and bads, pros and cons. Now the way we're going to make progress, is if the person from the JLP side listen to the PNP, concede when the points made being good, but point out the weaknesses too, and that person to whom the comments are directed, suppose you can concede. That is the way we're going to make progress. The good elements in any particular program or incident is welcomed and constructively criticized, and we move on because we can change that. It's like if I build in a house and the man say, no, don't use, well, the materials you're using, but you're up now. You see the place where you're going to put it, you're too close to the seed. You're going to have to take some protective measure. That don't mean against you building the house. I advise you and help you. That is what I like see the two so-called cults or tribes or parties do, instead of just a slug at one another, tooth and nail. Alright, we have some text messages. God, ask the people if them poor or money. If them poor or have money, I suppose. If them poor run them. No boy, that one they'll ask me. Next one. God, this man, this madman who I tell you that breadfruit can cure AIDS. Why you keep accommodating him? If this was true, then he should be a millionaire. And why we still have so much cases in the world? Paul, that is a very good question to sir. But the reason why I accommodate him on a lesser scale with other ailments, I have found that he has been effective. If you notice, when he was making the claim about AIDS, I was voicing surprise and saying, how then? So you have to allow everybody them talk. But yes, your point take man. If you AIDS, everybody will run come here. But you notice to him bring up a funny thing about the breadfruit milk and mix it with something and something. Alright, next one. Morning. Okay, you have done well so far on this show. And I hope Jerry learning from you how to run a talk show and stop deal with the callers like he a dictator. I don't know about that. I don't know the kind of divide and rule principle about that. Different individuals have different styles, and also somebody like Jerry being on the show so long, he knows the callers and some of the axes that them have to grind, so he know who to deal with. I have to be a little softer in learning the trade. Alright, Mr. White, can I have that man number? The medicine man, I think he can give it over the ear. Yes, people you say the thing funny, and the one hand here is a man, a caller, saying him call him madman, and them say maybe a disillusioned man or a man who think too much of himself. Him say madman. Here comes another person now. Mr. White, can I have that man number? I think he can give it on the ear because him thinks that this man have the ability to help him. Next one. FinSac people them get pay already and no want more just for print it from paper. Them get pay already. I wonder who you call FinSac people them now. The people who were running FinSac, the people them who lost their earnings or their businesses, or the depositors who were so-called rescued. Alright. I think we have callers on the line, no? Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up.
Yeah, Mr. White.
Yes, sir.
Don't, by law, any business that is operating in this country is supposed to, they're supposed to be registered, right?
Yeah, man.
The PMC and GLP, then register?
I'm not sure about that. They may come under.
Well, I was hearing it the other day, but I don't know if since last week them register.
No.
We have 2 unregistered entities in the country run the life to a wreck.
Well,
you understand?
Them is not a business as such, but
no, but we're not business for business. It's supposed to be a registered organization. And then people are angry with money.
I think that is so, though, you know. Them registered under some heading.
Under some heading?
Yes, not as necessary.
How much money them pay per year?
Not necessarily as a business.
Yeah? Well, look here now.
No, I see where you're going. It's an interesting place you're going there because I like a business in order to keep register.
Listen me. Them set of people here. Them 2 cults. Yeah?
Yeah.
And even so, because I don't know what kind of spell them people in this country under. But the people them can't realize. I mean, I tell the people, people, you say, forget off PNP and GLT and off of the steering, around the coffers, we can see which money take it away.
We can see.
We got time to see it now. 50 odd years to go on now. We want to see.
Yeah, but
people don't cooperate now.
Yeah,
I'm showing you something wrong.
Is that wait now? I have to ask you something. Say the bulk of people agree with you and say, well, yes, boy, time we get rid of them 2 people, them 2 sets of people. How you advocate when go about taking over from them? What we do? Arrange something? Arrange another party?
It's all Patmore style. I'm not going to believe about that because I'm on the phone and wait for about 20 minutes. Listen, I have some short points to make. The FinSoc thing.
Yeah.
When FinSoc come about, the interest rate reached 130%.
Yes, that is, again.
That's the main point, you know. Because, look, you know, I see even this present administration, you see them imposing a tax increase on land tax. It's about the increases I'm going to place. So become so exorbitant that you can't pay a land tax and take away the land too. Same kind of FinSoc style in a different way. You understand? And the people need to know them things. Because don't bother about them that try to save what? But people don't have no good intention to what is it going to take for us to see that?
I hear you know, but I'm still going to hold you to my point now. You not going to dictate to me. I asking you because you say we forget rid of the 2 of them. How we put something else in place?
Mr. White, are you listening? You listening to me now?
Yeah, man.
I already know.
Me always listen.
We all them votes for Paul Patmore, Donna Trelawney. We want some independent people put in place. We can't find people to trust. If we can't trust a person we have all a thing like all a traffic over thing over their head and FinSoc thing over there, we can't trust anybody, man.
No, but
agreement and rule them.
But hold on.
We don't have no arrangement agreement with them.
That sounds like you oversimplified thing. Even if you have.
Oh, you might oversimplify.
Make a finish and then you will hear what.
Simple as that, Mr. White.
No, it's not simple. If you get 10 independents, say you get 10 people for run as independent, and them win, there is no guarantee that them going to act together. So how you going to effect program?
This is, you see that acting together. Look here, one independent-minded persons, I would say we have to use agreement. Because right now, Jamaica people, the thing we call the Constitution is an agreement. But it's an agreement between the GLP and the PNP. We as Jamaican people we don't have an agreement when we run in the country by.
Yes, sir.
By an agreement by the PNP or the PNP and the Labour right, them agree say this is how we want the country run.
Yeah, but we going
to use agreement on this.
Yes, but in order to get that agreement in place. That
already, Mr. White. Me, personally write it already. You hear that now?
Yes, but how you going to get it to the 2 odd million people who make up the country?
Yeah, Mr. White. You can let me number, give me an email address, and email it to you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
All right,
Simple
sir.
as that.
All right. Little more.
All right, then.
Welcome. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up.
Yeah, good morning, God.
Yes, man.
Yeah, that thing come on there a while ago, I'm talking a lot of sense.
Yes.
Talking a lot of sense.
My thing going on is that it's easy having criticized.
Yes.
When you're going to do the constructive thing now, that when put something in place, it don't just come overnight and happen on its own.
Yes.
It needs structure an organization.
Well,
you can't get away from that.
Organize it. I believe highly in a people government still in a God.
Yes, but the people have to have some means to meet, and whether it could be at the community level, you know.
Yes,
maybe it's the communities arrange themselves and then they meet as communities and put up people for administrate.
Definitely.
But that takes structure.
Yes.
It don't just hope into, you can't just hope it into existence.
Right. Right, and this thing here that you open the program with this one about in England, with the, the what do you call it?
Gap between the rich and poor.
Yes, between rich and poor and so on. It is happening right out here to God and in other countries.
All over the world. As I'm saying, it's only that in the British case, that absolute figure may higher than what happening here. But it's the same way at the top in our society. Miles ahead of the poor in terms of what them get for the work that them do.
On a country-to-country basis, to be interesting to check out which other countries will be even nearer towards that, you know. Like the United States and, you know.
Yes. Who have the greatest disparity. But
you know?
I think we rate highly, you know.
Yes.
With inequality, you know.
Yes, to that.
Yeah.
To that, yes. You know, God. Good.
All right.
I enjoy the program, yeah, God?
Yeah, man. All right. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Good,
yes, sir. Yeah. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Good morning. What I call it today? Morning. Welcome. Oh, yes. Oh, we're there on a break too, so good things call out for wait. Soon come.
News Talk 93 FM. Heard everywhere.
Yes, morning. Welcome back to Straight Up, God White. Closing segments of the show. A lot of text messages. I have to go talk fast, so listen carefully, listener. First one, Omar Davis did say, if he might go in a business, he would want to go to Dan Crawford. Ask activist Bet. I don't know if Omar did really say that or yes. Next one. I think both parties have good and bad in them. People need to recognize this. Kadia from Shooters Hill. Next one. You are not managing the program well. You allow some people too much time. Yes, I understand that. That is a fairly constructive criticism. But sometimes some people have some technique and I don't want to be discourteous and just chop them off mid-sentence. But yes, I will try to correct that. Next one. God is a madman that for real. About breadfruit can cure AIDS. How would a man them man? Oh boy. King Yashwe. People them have hardly over the coals. Next one. Morning, Mr. White. Hallucinations are seeing things that are not there. So how we know vision different from nightmare? Nice one, that. Next one. Sir, please don't allow Beth to put the station in any problems. She went way overboard a while ago. Please do not allow any propagandists from either party to take over the program. Please. We don't allow her to take it over, but allow her to stew in our own fat or give us some information which can be of use. But yes, I understand that she really agendaist. Next one. I want to say the bird don't commit no crime, but they are being killed. Philosophy that. Next one. The woman borrow 1 million and paid 20 million. Her property was taken and she still owe 100 million. I suspect that has to do with the FinSac thing. Next one. All when Beth taught the tune, because she's from the other side, or from a side, we say she a spin. The same bank people, them what them do? Them me title and borrow money upon it while it's in their custody. And Bob, there lies the problem. The same bank people them. That must mean take from my title. Yeah. And borrow money upon it while it is in their custody. And Bob, there lies the problem. Yes, I mean them use their leeway you give them with their property. Pay, go borrow the money. And, Alright, we have caller. Yeah. Morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Morning. Welcome to Straight Up. I'm not coming through.
Hello, morning.
Yeah, man. Come on.
You hearing me?
Yes, we're near the end of the show, so go quickly.
All right, cool. You know what happened now? You see, you know what really bring about the Financial Service Commission?
Mm-hmm.
You can recall what bring about the Financial Service Commission?
The fact that some banks were in trouble.
That's not all.
Go on then, no?
All right.
Is that discussion?
Then.
Mm-hmm.
All right, at the end of the 18.5-year stint, this is not a spin thing. I mean, I'm not spending thing. I mean, I'm not no side.
I hope so.
18.5-year stint.
Mm-hmm.
In the last 5 to 6 years, the 18.5-year stint, you have all of these financials come in, operator down here, operating their financial services down here, unregistered.
All right.
Illegally. Under Omar David.
Mm-hmm.
When the administration changes.
Wait there. Who you calling financial operators? Banks.
You know these banks like that, like Liiving and all of those that used to take people money and.
Oh, the financial institution. I mean, they. Yes, yeah. They Ponzi scheme people.
The administration ended.
Mm-hmm.
The other administration came in and realized that there was 500 or more financial entity operating down here unregistered.
Yes, that sounds like a large amount. I don't remember as much as that. But yes, continue. No, don't make me.
500 operating unregistered.
You mean
no tax, no peer, none at all under the same administration.
You mean people like Olin, Cash Plus and them kind of people?
And a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
You have one-to-one church again and all of those things, taking people money, no registration, they don't register with the company, and all of those things as a company, and operating illegally in Jamaica under the same. So they have to bring harder to the system. So when the administration changes, that's how the Financial Service Commission was formed.
To bring some kind of regulation.
To bring some kind of regulation.
But remember too, there is another aspect since you broaden the thing. Remember some of the banks them too did enter areas that were not traditionally theirs. Then they start investing in some, yeah. Alright, go on.
So you see the whole heap of twisting. And most importantly, a caller remind me and refresh my head, about the interest rate with the FinSac era.
Yes.
You know, the 130% interest rate because people borrowing money and you know that people died not getting back anything right now?
Yes, I know. So that is why I'm putting it to most of the callers that they must avoid the tribalist approach because there is fault to be found on many scores. Why some people get favorable treatment and some others didn't? What, you understand?
And from me to you, this is not any spin thing. You know, it's a fact. You know that a lot of people was hurt and been affected and still affected.
Yes.
You know, and some of them can't get it over all now.
Yes, that is also true.
You know, and there's only 10, I think it's only 10 million to finish the inquiry. And they don't want to finish the inquiry because there's so many skeletons in the closet.
Yes, we hear the point. And we also, we also know that some depositors, and that when say that no huge number, were also saved because of the intervention of FinSac. Next call. Yeah, man. Morning.
Yes, King. Greetings again.
Yes, boy. The people them depend on your case.
First of all, let me explain something to you.
Yeah.
You know why Jamaica people cannot reach nowhere in life? They're stupid, they're high educated don't, and they do have no respect for people. First thing, Dickie Crawford can tell the whole world, is 2 HIV patients that I cure, Dickie Crawford talked to. One have it for 13 years, and it's me cure him.
Yeah.
Jack also got to say, if breadfruit can cure HIV. Tell him to me say, if he know what breadfruit milk is in white rum, as an antidote, because HIV is a poison. And the word poison need antidote. Simple charcoal can eradicate HIV out of the body. Okay?
The only thing, I have...
Hold on, listen. When I say, oh, me no rich, and oh, me is not a millionaire. Jackass, I want you to listen to me. The whole world is mine. I don't need money to be a rich man. I don't need money to be a millionaire. Alright?
Yes.
So when I tell people about HIV, every sickness can cure. But the reason why Jamaica people cannot get cured is because them is a dumb jackass. Especially them, they were saying them a Christian. How can you be a Christian and pray to God? And you have a sickness and you can't heal.
Wait,
God is a healer?
Wait, yes sir, I know that you're up in arms there now, but part of the thing though, in all truth, is that you ought to be better known if these things so effective. The world ought to be beating a path
Brethren, the world
to your door.
Go on the internet and type in HIV cure by King Yeshua. The word Yeshua spelled Y-A-H-S-H-U-A.
Yeah, and you will find that...
Once you go on there and click on it, you will find people who are cured from HIV testifying to the whole world.
Alright, sir.
Okay?
Alright.
Because HIV can be cured, every sickness can be cured. But because Jamaica people, that's such a jackass.
Alright, don't...
They're too damn stubborn and tough.
No, yes, don't...
Jackass, them are educated, don't do it, have the damn sense.
Yes, don't get too...
No, but it's stupid.
Remember...
Remember... That's the things that people are supposed to do.
Yeah.
Sit up and rich.
Remember...
If money can make people rich.
Remember you're up on the ear and it's me...
But no money can make people rich. And people have to stop that crap.
It's me I talk to, it's not them, so...
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, remember, brethren. Take care of yourself.
Alright, one heart.
Jackass, they just get me upset.
Alright.
Man.
Yes, man. Next caller, cause near the end of the line. Yes.
I run out my credit. Hello.
Sorry about that, but yes.
Yeah, man. So, you know, so me that call to defend him, but now me vex. Me never to want to talk and defend him again.
I tell you, say, no?
All them unnecessary cussing there, you know that's how it going. No, just cool himself, man.
Yeah.
And up on the ear. Anyway, what me that says, people have look on that thing, they say medicine, and things, how man first know about medicine. It's a natural thing, you know, you gravitate to it. We know instinctively. Some people more attuned to the spiritual.
Yes.
When the man saying get a vision, it's just like a pregnant woman. Oh, she know if you got to eat charcoal. Oh, she know if you got to eat malt. Dig down one whole house, eat on the whole of the house side. Oh, she know if you got to eat anything, ice and everything. Because her body locks up and her body know what she needs.
Yes.
So this man sound like a man with deals now, herbs and bushes and things.
Yes,
so
man.
In mind in...
Hello?
1 minute, 1 minute, 3 minutes. Yes, him get the vision instead the next man get the vision. Think about the thing, you know.
Yes.
Because the man have the thing and he might cure him. And the two of them mind come together and they're more in tune to them spiritual. Everybody know everything, but we just not in tune to it. It depends on our eyesight. Most people depend on their eyesight and their hearing and them things. And check the physical, the spiritual and the thing whatever in your head.
Alright, sir. Nice note for you, you know.
Yeah, but after man if you call back and give him number still, come on and get some of them things with the breadfruit for him.
Alright.
Please.
Alright, sir.
Alright, have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Thank you. And I have to thank you, the listeners, and production team, producer Tanya Richards, production assistant Keisha Williams, broadcast technician Yahen Stewart, the news and sales team. And remember, for comments, questions, feedback, you can email us at straightupjerrysmall@gmail.com, on Facebook at Bongo Jerry, straight on Instagram and Twitter at straightup93FM. Till we meet again, have a good afternoon.
Coming up in this newscast, JTA President cautious with land offers from the government. Drug kingpin Norris Dido Nemard seeks to recover nearly $150 million in assets and other properties held by the Jamaican authorities. Bail application to be heard today in the Montego Bay Resident Magistrates Court for 2 men accused of killing a woman and her 2-year-old daughter. And Hurricane Danny gains further strength as it heads towards the Leeward Islands.